Hi go-getters, from our last video where we were talking about the businesses to start in Burkina Faso, many of you reached out with this same burning question. How can I connect with Africa while building wealth for my family's future? I see this desire in your messages, your comments, and even in our conversations. So today we are going to be doing just that. But before we do that, let me give you a little backstory for those who are new. President Ibrahim Traoré's bold vision has created a unique moment for the African diaspora. This isn't just another investment opportunity. It is an invitation to participate in building a nation that values economic sovereignty, resource control, and crucially, your diaspora expertise and connection. A powerful Mosi proverb from Burkina Faso says, "The river may be wide, but it always has two banks." Now, I know go-getters that the journey to successful investment may seem challenging to most of you. But as you will see through the practical roadmap I've created for you, the rewards on the other side are truly transformative. Let me start by telling you about Tariq's story so that you could see how feasible this could be. So Tariq's story is just that story that we are going to use in order for me to illustrate how this opportunity might play out in real-world example. So let's imagine an African-American entrepreneur named Tariq, right? He visits Burkina Faso on a heritage tour and discovers stunning landscape around Bobo Dioulasso, the country's second largest city. Now, Tariq noticed something. Despite the area's natural beauty, there are few quality accommodations for international travelers. Now, he has this brilliant idea of securing finances to build an eco-lodge that employs local craftsmen. He uses sustainable materials and provides authentic cultural experiences. And within 2 years, his lodge is operating at 85% occupancy. Tour operators from France, Germany, Italy are booking months in advance. He's expanded to offer guided adventures to nearby waterfalls and wildlife areas. And here's the key part. Because he moved early into the emerging market, his profit margins are significantly higher than they would be in more saturated destinations. Now, in order for you to have a clear picture of how to really go about it, let me start by telling you that the very first step is to research your sector deeply. Now, I am not going to go into details of the 5 sectors I talked about because they were in my previous video. So if you missed that video, please go to my previous video that I'm definitely going to tag here in the comment section and probably in the description and catch up right now. Let me go straight to the second step, which has to do with leveraging diaspora programs. The Diaspora Investment Bank offers several specialized programs, and these programs are designed specifically for African diaspora entrepreneurs. So let me quickly give you the 5 steps to follow, right? I pretty well understand that there comes a moment in you as diasporan lives to ask yourself these questions. How can I connect with the continent that shaped my ancestors? How can I contribute to African Renaissance while creating wealth for generations to come? A lot of you have asked this question to me directly. All right. So if you are one of those, don't you worry. For now, I am going to give you exactly 5 steps to follow, right? So pay attention. So you can look for a jotter or as well save this video in your watch later or something and always come back to it whenever need be, right? So without wasting much of your time, let's get straight to what you need to do exactly. So here's the first step. If you don't know, there are accelerated funding programs, all right? So this program offers specialized financing options with favorable terms for diaspora investors. It also has streamlined approval processes and culturally sensitive support. Now, the second option is knowledge transfer initiatives. These are programs that pair diaspora technical expertise with local implementation partners, creating sustainable business models. Now, thirdly, we've got business establishment services. This one has to do with guidance through registration, permitting, and compliance processes, with dedicated diaspora liaison officers who understand both Western business practices and local regulations. The next on our list is definitely going to be networking events. This is one of the most important ones, all right? So I am talking of things like regular investment forums, both virtual and in person, connecting diaspora investors with local partners. They can also connect you to sector experts and government officials. So this is one of the most important options. Now, last but not the least, we've got the land acquisition assistance. I know a lot of you do want to purchase property when you come to Africa, right? You need land, houses, and all the like. So this one is that one that is going to help you navigate through the process of securing property for your businesses, that is your business establishments, with clear and appropriate permissions. Yeah, go-getters, that's it for leveraging diaspora programs. Now let's go to step 3, which will be to partner locally. Successful ventures in Burkina Faso and in most African countries will definitely imply you inevitably getting involved in local partnerships. Yes, you are coming from the diaspora, you've got good ideas and everything, you've got your own expertise, but don't forget that you are going to be operating in a new environment that has got their own social and cultural practices, right? So you will need these local partnerships that are going to provide you the cultural context and the operational expertise you need in your new environment. So in that regard, the first thing I would advise you do is to try and identify trustworthy partners. Now, the advantage you have is the fact that the Diaspora Investment Bank maintains a database of vetted local entrepreneurs seeking diaspora partnerships. So this already for you will reduce the risk of misaligned partnerships. Now, the second thing you need is cultural navigation support. Very important. What does this imply? Business culture in Burkina Faso emphasizes relationships, community benefits, and long-term sustainability. Now, your local partners will help you navigate this expectation effectively. Next on, let's talk about knowledge exchange structure. Now, this one creates a formal mechanism for two-way knowledge sharing. While the diaspora investors bring technical expertise and global connections, the local partners, on the other hand, bring market intelligence and cultural understanding. And trust me, merging these two will definitely make any business successful. Now, the fourth thing is going to be community integration. You need to understand that for your business to be successful, you need to actively engage with local communities through things like employment, sourcing, and social incentives. Local partners facilitate these connections. Now, the next thing to do is governance frameworks. Yes, make sure to establish clear partnership agreements with defined roles, responsibilities, profit-sharing arrangements, and dispute resolution mechanisms. Very important. That leads us to step 4 that has to do with prioritizing sustainability. Now, in order to do that, you need to be smart enough to know that you need to definitely align with the government's focus on environmentally conscious and inclusive development. I am referring here to things like environmental compliance, for instance. Burkina Faso's new investment regulations prioritize businesses that demonstrate environmental responsibility. So I would advise you document your sustainability practices, all right? Another important thing is local value chains. Now, businesses that incorporate local materials, labor, and supply chains receive preferential treatment in government procurement and support programs. Also, don't neglect technology transfer. Now, here we are talking of initiatives that bring appropriate technology and build local capacity for its maintenance and development are viewed favorably. Now also try as much as possible to provide community benefit models. For your business to be successful, you need to incorporate tangible benefits for the local communities, be it skills, employment, or even infrastructural development. Make sure you work towards that goal. Another thing that is very, very important is long-term planning, all right? Try to bring investment programs that demonstrate commitment to long-term presence and development. Rather than short-term profit extraction, receive priority consideration. That leads us to the fifth step, which has to do with staying informed. Staying informed is very important because this situation is evolving rapidly, both positively and negatively. Maintaining current intelligence is crucial. Now, in order to do that, you need to be keen on things like security monitoring. You can subscribe to regular security briefings from the Diaspora African Bank, which provides sector security updates for diaspora investors. The next thing to be keen on is regulatory updates. As time goes by, policy changes becomes more frequent since the government refines its economic sovereignty model. So the Diaspora Investment Bank actually provides a quarterly regulatory digest. Now the next thing is market intelligence. Now you will need to access specialized market research based on diaspora investment opportunities. They are often updated quarterly with sector-specific insights. Now also take note of the Diaspora Network. You will need to join the formal Diaspora Investment Network. This network provides peer support, shared intelligence, and collective advocacy when needed. And the next thing, obviously, is government regulations, right? Here, you simply need to maintain open communication with the Diaspora Liaison Office. This office will then help you navigate evolving requirements and opportunities. Now, as prospective investors, I've got 5 crucial steps that you would need to follow step by step, all right? That is for those who are actually interested in embarking. So the first thing would definitely be to register with the Diaspora Investment Portal. There, you're going to be creating an account with the diasporainvestment.bf. Now, that account is going to help you access specialized resources, funding opportunities, and partner databases. The second thing you are going to do is to conduct a preliminary visit. You can schedule an expository trip through the Diaspora Welcome Program. This program will provide you with local support, sector-specific site visits, and introductions to potential partners. Now, the third thing would be for you to develop an investment concept. For that, we've got a lot of them on the channel, all right? You can go through our videos if you are new to the channel in order for you to pick 1 or 2 concepts, right? Now, the next thing you would need to do is to go closer to the Diaspora Investment Bank, which offers structured process for concept development. They also offer feasibility assessment and alliance with national priorities, which is something you don't want to neglect. Now that done, you will need to secure initial approval. The Diaspora One-Stop Shop streamlines the process of securing necessary permits, regulations, and approvals for new businesses. And the last thing now is obviously to access diaspora financing. At this level, you will need to submit a formal application to the Diaspora Investment Fund. This fund offers special financial products for different sectors and different business stages. Now, one good thing with everything I just told you is that it is actually going to be bridging the gap between Traoré's vision and your strong desire to create an impact in the motherland. So let me clearly give you the 5 benefits of this diaspora investment path I just talked about earlier on. Now, take note of the fact that beyond the financial returns, the Diaspora Investment Bank in Burkina Faso offers unique advantages. The first being the cultural connection. Building business relationships in Africa provides meaningful reconnection with ancestral heritage. The second advantage would be development impact. Diaspora-led businesses generally create more sustainable local impact than traditional foreign investments. The third advantage is knowledge bridge. Diaspora investors serve as natural bridges between local and global markets, creating unique competitive advantages. And the fourth benefit is going to be portfolio diversification. Investments in emerging African markets provide uncorrelated returns that can balance Western heavy investment portfolios. And the last but not the least advantage, which is the most important of them all, legacy building. Creating successful businesses in Africa establishes a multi-generational legacy that extends beyond financial returns. Remember our powerful Mosi proverb, right? The river may be wide, but it always has two banks. The challenges facing Burkina Faso are wide indeed, but so are the opportunities on the other side. I spent years analyzing business opportunities in Africa. But trust me, go-getters, when I tell you that what I am seeing in Burkina Faso represents a historical crossroad for the diaspora. For generations, many of you have sent remittances that support families but don't create lasting wealth. But today, through President Traoré's vision, the creation of specialized diaspora investment mechanisms, you have the opportunity to participate directly in nation building while creating intergenerational wealth. This isn't just about individual success stories like Ecolodge, for instance. It's about reimagining the relationship between you, the diaspora, and the continent. It's about moving from aid to investment, from sympathy to partnership, from the margins to the center of African economic renaissance. The question is whether you will be part of that transformation, reclaiming your place in the story of African prosperity while creating a legacy that honors both your ancestors and your descendants. The river may be wide, but with the roadmap I just shared, you now have a clear path to the other bank, where opportunity, connection, and transformation await. As your guide in navigating Africa's business landscape, I'm here to support your journey every step of the way. And whenever you need my assistance, you know where to get to me, right? You can just go to africatodayinfo@gmail.com and request to get a one-on-one session with me, all right? That said, thanks for watching this video and hope to see you on my next one.